Hey there, it's Danny from Calisthenics, and yeah, I'm about to start taking creatine because it's just known for helping improve performance in short burst exercises and in high intensity training. It increases muscle mass, strength and size, and I'm taking it to increase muscle mass, strength and size. And yeah, this is one of the supplements in the world that has had the most studies. It's had over 300 studies, and yeah, there's different forms you can get. This is creatine monohydrate. This is the most studied form out there, and I've got the one by All Max. It's a pure micronized creatine, pharmaceutical grade, and they test it for like impurities, which is really, really good. But yeah, I'm about to start a 30-day test with taking the creatine. So yeah, I thought I would show you my body now and see if this actually works or not. And yeah, the proof will be in the pudding. And I'll tell you how I'm doing this in a moment. So currently at about 65.5 kilos, and yes, I only currently do calisthenics because that's what I feel naturally drawn to do. But yeah, if I come a bit closer, see here, it's not the best lighting. But yeah, abs are getting there very, very well. Shoulders doing really well, arms doing really well, getting there. And yeah, side view. And back. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting experiment. And I'm not doing what a lot of people do, which is take loads at once, like 20, 30 grams a day, because when I looked into the scientific research, it doesn't seem to do much different than taking lower doses, around 5 grams or so a day. So yeah, what I'm doing is, first off, I'm starting with the loading phase, which is 1 rounded teaspoon twice a day for 7 days. Basically, I take 1 teaspoon in the morning when I wake up, and 1 teaspoon after my training session. And yeah, make sure that you do drink this with a lot of water, like I do, because if you don't, it can cause like discomfort, and especially if you're dehydrated, it can cause like stomach and intestinal pains, and you just don't want that. But a lot of people suffer because they're very dehydrated. And yeah, then what I will do is the maintenance phase, which is 1 teaspoon daily after doing the loading phase for 5 to 7 days. And then basically I'll do the cycling protocol, which is 8 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and then you just continue to repeat this. So here I am, 30 days after taking creatine. So I'm going to show you my body in a moment, and this time I'm going to do better posing because I've done some research into how to pose, and I've experimented a little bit from it by looking at Arnold Schwarzenegger and other various people that are really good at posing. Because in the first half of this video, when I was starting the creatine, I didn't really show you my body so well, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, my weight is, as shown on the scales a moment ago, I am now at 70.3 kilos. So I've gained over 5 kilos since taking the creatine. And I'm going to go into detail more about that in a moment after showing you my body. So as you can see, I'm looking pretty good at the moment. I'm definitely noticing some differences, and yeah, I'm very happy about the results, should I say. So yeah, go around here, pretty good. And just show you some back poses as well. So yeah, that's my back. I'm really happy with the changes that I have noticed. And what I will say is, and this absolutely astounded me, was within the first 4 days, and I knew that it helps you gain weight, that's why I started taking it, I ended up gaining 2.5 kilos. Which is, wow, that absolutely blew me away. I did not expect that at all. So yeah, that was really interesting to see that happen. Then I found I gained over just about 2.5 kilos
over about the next 2 weeks after that. So within such a short space of time, I noticed the results very, very quickly with it building up my body and just making my muscles look a lot more fuller and firmer. And yeah, what I did was the different phases that I've mentioned in the first half of the video. I was taking 5-gram doses. I never took any more than this. There was 4 times that I did not take the creatine because I either didn't want to, because I listened to my body whether it wanted to take something or not, and sometimes it didn't, or I forgot to take it. It's as simple as that. And yeah, my training regime was pretty much the same. My diet was the same. I didn't make any other changes, and I didn't take any other supplements. I did have BCAA as soon as I got the creatine, but I've not touched it. I'm going to do a transformation video of that, and I'm going to start it from about tomorrow. So I'll let you know how it goes with that and any changes that I notice. And I know quite a few people are going to ask this, did I take it before or after workouts? Well, when I was doing the loading phase, I was taking it in the morning, and I was taking it at first for about the first week before workouts. And I noticed no difference with my ATP and my energy changing whatsoever. I didn't notice any other benefits from taking the creatine except for it making me gain the additional weight that I did. So I stopped taking it before workouts. So after that period, I was taking it pretty much always after workouts. And one last thing I want to mention is as well, when I got into calisthenics training, my body weight was around 65 kilos. And even after around 3 months of training, I noticed no difference in my weight changing. And I've heard this from other people who do calisthenics. But it doesn't mean I didn't gain muscle. What happened was I dropped down to a lower body fat percentage and gained weight. But I seem to have hit that wall. And then I took the creatine and it made me go up. So for any person that's finding that you cannot increase your weight any further and you've never taken creatine, I highly recommend that you give it a go. And I may do an experiment in the future of me not taking it for 2 weeks to a month to see if my weight decreases. And before we go, I'll give you one last pose. So yeah, I'm getting a pretty good tan as well at the moment, which makes you look even better. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I would love to answer any questions that you have. And if you like the video, like it down below, give us a thumbs up, and please share this video with anyone that may need to hear about what I've shared with you in this video today, because yeah, they may be hitting that wall like I did and they want to gain the weight, and then they find out about this video and it sparks an interest of them to try it, and it helps them get those gains that they're looking for. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below and make sure that you hit the bell button to receive notifications, otherwise you will not. And yeah, just make sure if you want to get the results that you do, that you have to keep pushing forward, keep striving forward, and just pushing yourself to failure with the exercises that you're doing to really tear the muscle fibers to build them bigger. This is absolute key. I cannot stress that enough. And yeah, make no excuses with training. I went through mega ups and downs during this time of this creatine experiment, but not once did I start slacking off with the training. I just kept setting my eyes on the results that I want and loving the process, and actually keep pushing forward, keep striving forward like I mentioned, and yeah, starting to get myself to the point of obtaining the results that I truly desire. So yeah, thanks for watching and have an amazing day. Peace.